Now let's welcome in our panel, national security analyst and chairwoman of actforamerica.org, Brigitte Gabriel. Joining her is senior fellow, America First Policy Institute, Kenneth Timmerman. Thank you both for being here. Ken, I'm going to go to you first. The president's latest tweet, what do you make of it? Zach Anders is optimistic. However, I've seen this play out before. We bomb them with precision strikes. They want to come back to the negotiating table. We go back to the negotiating table. They violate the ceasefire. They violate the terms that they agreed to. We're back to strategic bombing. I feel like we're half pregnant with this one, that we need to finish the job. What is your opinion?
Well, Kelly, thanks for having me on, and good afternoon or good morning to Brigitte, an old friend of mine. Look, this is we are negotiating with bombs. That's what's happening. We're negotiating with bombs. The IRGC, the Iranian Revolutionary Guards, did not get the message of the MOU. The message of the MOU was open the Strait of Hormuz, and we'll give you tons of goodies. They didn't get the message. They're not going to get the goodies. They're very, very upset. Everybody thought that Trump gave away the store with his MOU, but in fact, what he did was he set a trap, and the IRGC walked right into it.
Brigitte, do you agree with Ken?
Yes, I do. I think right now President Trump really knows what the Iranians are up to. He understood them from day one. He wanted to show the world that, look, we gave diplomacy a chance. You know, you can't accuse me of just bombing Iran. I tried to work with them. I tried to talk with them. So President Trump looks good on the world stage because he did give diplomacy a chance. And right now it's their fault for starting it back up again. But look, I believe we are escalating our attacks and our military attacks, that we're going to escalate the military campaign to back where we basically hit the pause button. They've got it coming. We will continue until victory.
Ken, my question to you, and I had this question in a panel in the first hour of this show, is what is the U.S.'s end goal? The president hasn't been very clear. Is it to get ships going back through the Strait of Hormuz? Is it to take control of the Strait of Hormuz? Or is it ultimately regime change, letting the Iranian people take back their country? And if it is regime change, how do we get there militarily? Or can we?
Well, look, I wish the president's goal were regime change. I don't think that's the case. He has repeatedly told us it's not regime change. It's getting rid of their nuclear weapons. It's making sure that they can never have a nuclear weapon. That means that we have to get all of their nuclear material, not just the 950 or 980 pounds of highly enriched uranium, but they have 9,000 pounds of lower enriched uranium, which is also bomb-making material. All of that has to go. Those centrifuges that we're looking at right now, they have to go. The centrifuge facilities, which we have bombed, cannot be rebuilt. There have to be export controls. I think that is the end state that the president is looking for. No nuclear Iran today, tomorrow, forever.
Brigitte, I mean, if that is the end goal, won't that require U.S. boots on the ground to achieve?
Well, it's going to require regime change. There is no way around it. As long as you have the IRGC running the country right now, these guys are an ideological, apocalyptic movement, and they want to drag the whole world into war. They're not interested in peace and talking. So unless we get rid of them, completely destroy them, and whatever we have to do to get a regime change, whether we beat them militarily until the Iranian people can change the leadership and take control of the government, that's the only way we're going to be able to ensure that Iran is not going to develop nuclear weapons, that Iran is going to get rid of their nuclear material. As long as the IRGC in control, that's not going to happen. The president knows that, and I think that's exactly why we and the Israelis are working so closely. As a matter of fact, I learned that Israel came to the United States at the beginning of the war with actually a plan for a regime change. That's how the whole thing started. That's why on the first day of bombing, they bombed and killed 40 of their top leaders. You don't go into a war killing the 40 top leaders if you just want to help them, change their mind and get rid of their nuclear weapons. So they need to do that. And as for military on the ground, in order to secure the international oil market and the flow of oil throughout the world, we will have at some point put some military on Karg Island. That's the only way we're going to be able to protect the Straits of Hormuz. Outside of that, getting the Marines involved to protect the Straits, I don't see this whole back and forth playing games doing any good.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens this weekend. The president does like to act overnight on Friday and Saturday evenings. We'll see what happens. Ken Timmerman and Brigitte Gabriel, thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for
My
having me.
pleasure.